In today's video, we're talking about advice for new YouTubers and the 10 mistakes that new YouTubers make when starting a YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how to grow your channel and to avoid these mistakes, then keep on watching. How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, we're all about building your brand, business, and impact through social media marketing. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to grow your channel, business, and brand, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. Also, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help support my channel, and comment down below with any videos you'd like to see more of, any advice or tips that you have, and anything that you've learned along your YouTube journey and how we can help each other to grow on this YouTube platform. So comment down below and let me know if you make any of these mistakes, or let me know of any mistakes that you've made that you've learned from, to help support each other in the comment section down below. So the first mistake that new YouTubers make is when they film their videos, they look at the viewfinders. That's the screen, in case you're wondering what I mean by that. And the reason for this is, if you think of it like you're talking to a person in real life, you're sitting and talking to them and they're staring at your forehead. I don't know about you guys, but to me that's just very off-putting, distracting, and it makes it really hard to kind of focus in on the video when the person's not even looking in the right direction. So a really handy tip is you want to make sure that you are looking at the lens directly, so that you're talking to your audience and you're not looking everywhere else and about as you're talking to your audience. It's more engaging, it makes the audience feel like you're talking to them, and it just makes your video that much more professional. Whereas if you find if you're looking at the viewfinder or you're looking just in the wrong spot, then it looks like you're not looking at your audience. It just makes it unnatural, and it's really hard to focus on the video when it's like they're looking at your forehead and you just can't really focus on the video just because it's really unprofessional. Number two, and we're probably all guilty of this when we first started, is spamming comments. I don't mean spamming your own video. I mean going out to other YouTubers, most likely more popular YouTubers, and spamming their comments, being like, hey, sub for me, let's support each other, come on, subscribe to my channel. It's really not going to help your YouTube channel. Most likely people are not going to subscribe to you, and the ones that do, they're only doing it for that sub to help their channel, and therefore they're not even helping your channel because they're not interested in what you're posting. They did it purely so they could get a subscriber for their channel. So you don't want to do this sub business. You don't want to spam other YouTubers' comments, because they're more than likely going to block you, remove you, and at the end of the day, sub is not going to work. Sure, you might have more subscribers, but if they're not interested in your videos, then they're not going to watch your videos, and it's not going to help your channel in the long run. So remember that sub is not a good idea. When I say that you want to comment in other YouTubers' videos, you want to do it in the right way. You want to engage with the audience, get a conversation going, add value to that video, kind of share your knowledge about that video, and really get a conversation going. And then that gives the opportunity for people to go, hey, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about. Let's see what his YouTube channel is all about. And they're able to click on your comment that brings you to your channel, and then they can check out your content from there. You never want to ask for people to sub to your channel in that conversation. You can maybe mention, hey, here's a video that you might be interested in, once you've had an engaging conversation going, but never just start off saying, hey, check out my channel, sub to my channel, that kind of stuff. It's never going to work, and for the subs that you do get, they're not going to be real subscribers. They're not actually going to be interested in your content, and they're not going to watch your video. So it's completely pointless. It's a complete waste of time. So if you are going to go ahead and comment on other videos, which a lot of YouTubers, including myself, do recommend you do it, make sure that you do it in the correct way. Make sure you're engaging and doing it correctly so that you're gaining subscribers, or at least gaining views the right way to your channel. The next tip is confusing YouTube titles. Now, if you're going along with what a lot of other YouTubers recommend, is by copying other YouTubers. Now, I don't mean copying them exactly, but it's a way of seeing, okay, what kind of videos do they do that I really enjoy watching, and how can I replicate that? Now, the problem with this is, when they're a well-known, established YouTube channel, there are certain terms that their subscribers are used to, what the insiders are used to, and they're able to do titles that may not be searchable, that probably are not searchable, because they already have their audience that's interested, that's already subscribed to their channel. So of course people are going to watch that video. For example, it might be something like Australian Vlog 101, or Vlog 101, or Vlog Part 2. Something that's kind of part of a series that the audience is already interested in, that they've already subscribed to, and that they're going to want to watch. Now, if you try to search for that unless you subscribe to that channel, that's not searchable content. It's not going to come up. So you don't want to copy that same process. You don't want to start a vlogging channel and be like vlog part 1 when it's not going to be searchable content. You want to make sure that your videos are searchable, that you're using titles, thumbnails, descriptions, all things that are going to make your content searchable so that new people are going to see it, are going to be able to view it, and hopefully will subscribe to your channel. So you want to do everything that you can in order to get your videos to be searchable so that people will find it. You don't want to follow the wrong process and do titles that are not searchable and aren't going to get you views. The next tip that we must talk about is being inconsistent. Unfortunately, this is something that a lot of YouTubers do. They start off, they're excited, they want to post as many videos as they can. They may even post one a day for, let's say, 10 days. They're posting every single day. They did 10 videos and they're very, very proud of themselves. Now guys, unfortunately, if you post 10 videos in a row and then you don't post for another 6 months, that's really hurting your YouTube channel. You're better off posting once a week for 10 weeks. That's going to be better value to YouTube. They're going to notice that more. It's going to give them time for the algorithms to pick up on those videos that you're posted, and they're more likely going to do better than you would have if you posted them in 10 days in a row. And taking that even further, posting 10 videos in a day is going to hurt your channel the worst, because it's not allowing the YouTube algorithm to work its magic and to get those videos out there for people to search them. You probably know that when you first post your video, more than likely you're going to get the most views than you would, especially when you're just starting out, because YouTube is pushing out that video so that people are able to find it and to view it. If you post 10 videos in one day, even 2 to 3 videos in one day, YouTube's not going to have enough time to push those out, and you're going to gain less views than you would have if you posted one every single day. You don't have to post one every single day, that's not what I'm saying. But if we look at the example of 10 videos, you're better posting one video every single week for 10 weeks as opposed to 10 videos in 10 days. So being inconsistent is really going to hurt your channel because it's not allowing the YouTube algorithm to pick up on your videos, to recommend your videos, and also just from the viewers side of things. You're not going to subscribe to a channel if there's not consistent content for you to watch. There's not something for them to look forward to. They may have been interested in your video and they were almost going to subscribe, but they wanted to check out a few more of your videos, but there wasn't any more. So they're not going to subscribe, they're going to lose interest, and unfortunately they're going to forget all about your channel because you're not uploading regular videos for them to watch. So out of sight, out of mind, they forget, and your channel isn't going to grow. So being inconsistent is a really, really big mistake that a lot of YouTubers make just because they lose motivation, they don't see the growth that they want, and then they just give up. The 5th tip that I have for you for today is weak intro. Now I don't mean in terms of the title, I don't mean by awesome like animation. I mean what you actually state in the first 30 seconds max of what your video is about. You really want to make sure that when you start your video, it's interesting, it's quick, it's precise, it's on point, exactly what your video is going to be about. You tell your audience, here's what I'm going to talk about, here's what you're going to gain from this video, and here's why you should watch this video all the way through. You need to make sure that your intro is on point, it's accurate, it's precise, and it's nice and short to get that message across so that people can go, hey, okay, this is what this video is about. Whether I'm interested in it or not. You have about 30 seconds. Think of it almost like an ad. You need to get your point across as soon as possible because they're going to decide really quickly whether your video is worth watching. So your intro is the most crucial. You need to make it interesting, passionate, precise, accurate, all of those things to show what your video is about, what they're going to gain from it, what value they're going to gain from that video, and why they should watch it. So make sure it's short and you let them know what that video is about and what they're going to gain from watching your video. I also recommend that it relates to your title. That title that you've chosen should be very specific in what your video is about. Make sure that you mention that in the intro because that's going to help with your YouTube algorithm, and it's going to match and make sure that the description, the title, and what you actually say in the video all relate so that it helps YouTube know how to distribute that video because they know exactly what it's about. But if you have all mismatching information, they don't really know who to recommend it to, and then it just doesn't get recommended. Number 6 probably sounds like a silly one, but is a distracting background. Yes, it does make a difference. Think of it like you're once again talking to someone in person, and if there's something exciting or something distracting going on in the background, are you really going to be listening to the person in front of you? No, you're going to be wondering what's going around or behind you. And that goes the same for a YouTube video. You want to make sure that your background is tidy, it's pretty plain, nothing for your audience to get distracted from, so they're going to be listening to you and you alone, and they're not going to be distracted by what's behind you. So just make sure it's plain, that it's tidy. Always make sure that you tidy up your background and try to keep it consistent as well. I recommend have a nice place that you always shoot your videos and keep it tidy, keep it clean, so that you're not distracting your audience from your video and getting your message. Mistake number 7 is bad AVL. AVL stands for audio, video, and lighting. You want to make sure that your audio, your video, and your lighting is professional. Now, I don't mean you have to go out and you have to buy lighting, you have to buy a microphone, you have to buy a fancy camera. That's not what I mean by that. I just mean that all of those 3 points are done professionally, and they're not going to distract your viewer from enjoying your video. So what do I mean by this? I mean that the audio is, you're filming in a place that's quiet, there's no background noise, there's nothing distracting your viewer from watching your video. So it doesn't mean you need a fancy microphone, it just means find a nice quiet place that there's no noise, so it's not going to distract your viewer from enjoying and watching your video. Lighting, I mean, make sure you film during the day, preferably in front of a window where there's nice natural lighting. It's always going to make your video better is having natural bright lights. So it's going to help your camera to look more professional. Cameras need lights. It's as simple as that. They need light to get through the lens to give you a nice bright quality image. So make sure that you're shooting in a place that's going to give you the best lighting possible. You don't need to go ahead and buy lighting. If you can, try avoid shooting at nighttime where you have your bad lights from your ceiling and just all these things that are going to make it really, really dark, and the image quality is going to be not very good. You don't want that. Try film during the day if you can, and if you can't, you might need to look into some kind of lighting, but if you can, try find the best lighting that you can so it's less distracting and makes your videos more professional and just more visually appealing to your audience. And then of course video, it all kind of comes with the lighting. Good lighting means good video. But that being said, you can do this with your phone. You don't need to go buy an expensive camera. Most of our phones these days shoot HD video quality. So you don't need to go and buy a fancy camera. You can do all of this with your phone. As long as you've got a phone that shoots HD camera, you shoot with nice lighting and you make sure there's no background noise, that is going to be a professional video that people are going to be able to enjoy. They're not going to get distracted by, and it's enough to get your message across for people to enjoy your videos. So don't think you have to go ahead and buy all this fancy equipment that you probably don't even know how to use. If you use what you have, use the equipment that you have, you can still go ahead and make sure that your audio, your video, and your lighting is on point and is professional. Number 8 is low energy. Did you see what I did there? You can see with low energy, you're just putting in no effort into your videos, and it makes your video really, really boring and uninteresting. You want to make sure that when you're talking to the camera, you're using your highs and your lows to really portray your message, make it interesting, make it exciting, putting your all into your videos just to make it more visualizing, more interesting for your audience. So you want to make sure in every single video, you give it 150%, because they say when you create a video, you lose about 50% in your energy in a video. So if you think of it like that, if you only give it 100%, your video is probably going to be 50%. So in a way, you need to be more over the top with your videos, with the way you talk and the way you express yourself, and just all of the emotions that you use in your videos need to kind of be a little bit over the top just to get your message across. And it actually comes across normal when you're watching the video. It's actually not as weird as it would be in person. So make sure that you have high energy getting your message across, makes your video more engaging, more interesting, and more people are likely to watch your video. Tip number 9 is monetizing too early. And what I mean by this is, yes, you do have the requirements that you need to monetize. So at this point in time, it's not quite as accurate as it used to be, but everybody wonders, once I can monetize my videos, does that mean that I should monetize my videos? Yes and no, because the way I see it, you can actually reach your requirements and have a pretty good audience at that point, that I don't see any reason why you shouldn't monetize your videos. But there are some cases where you manage to reach your requirements very, very quickly, but your audience may not quite be there to where you feel you should be putting ads on your videos. So just remember that there's a time and a place, and you don't want to monetize too. It's going to frustrate and annoy potential new subscribers. So make sure that you do monetize, that you have a solid audience that you know are already interested in your content, and they're not going to be too frustrated about a couple of ads in your videos. Don't overdo it though, because you can add more ads into your videos, but you don't want to do this just because you're all about the money, because that's going to frustrate your viewers. So if you do monetize, make sure that you do it correctly, do it smart, and you're not going to frustrate your viewers into leaving your video. And number 10 is probably the biggest one of them all, is being impatient, being unrealistic, and getting really frustrated when you're not seeing the growth that you want. We've all been through it, we all understand how it is, and it's something that we all have to overcome to reach that goal of ours. As long as you're in the right mindset and you realize that this is not a sprint, this is a marathon, and it does take time to reach an audience, to gain an audience, and to actually start to become successful on YouTube. It's not an overnight thing. Sure, some people do seem to do it faster than others, but don't base yourself on others. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So don't compare yourself to others. It's probably the worst thing that you can do. Do not compare yourself to other YouTubers. Do not compare yourself to someone that may not be on the same playing field as you. It's just not a smart thing to do. It's going to make you negative. Make sure that you're positive, you have the right mindset involved, and you believe that if you put in the effort and you keep motivating yourself to be better, to be greater, to make better videos, to put more effort into your videos, and to keep growing, then you will grow. If you grow with your knowledge of how you create your videos and you make better and better videos, more and more people will start to see your videos and will start to subscribe to your channel. So just remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time. It's not easy, otherwise everybody would do it. So if you're truly passionate about having a successful YouTube channel, you need to be patient. You need to enjoy the process, understand the process, and realize that it's going to take time. And there's no guarantee that if you create 50 videos, then you'll have 100 subscribers. It just doesn't work like that, guys. So make sure that you understand the process, you enjoy the process, and you're doing it for the right reasons. And I believe that you will grow and succeed, and you will look back and you'll be so proud of yourself. So don't give up, believe in yourself, and be positive, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you're giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know of any mistakes that you think might be helpful to your fellow viewers, and let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see more of. Question for the day is, have you started your YouTube channel? And if you haven't, let me know why that might be. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.